Hey friends, we're here in the kitchen again. I wanted to show you this brand new set of cast iron skillets that we just received in the mail. Now these have some special features to them. They're not like the super heavy cast iron skillets. They're way more manageable in our opinion. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna look at the features of this. We're gonna take a closer look at the pans themselves, and then we're gonna do a little bit of cooking so I can give you a full demo review experience. Let's jump into it. Now here's a quick look of everything you get outside of the box. So we're gonna have our 8-inch, our 10-inch, and then our 12-inch pan. Now I'll need to give these a really quick rinse and wash. Now traditionally you don't wash cast iron with soap because you want it to continue to be seasoned. But the instructions actually state that you can use a mild detergent, again, if you want to clean these that way. We're also gonna get 3 handles. I'll show you how to put these together in just a minute, as well as 3 washers, and then like I mentioned, those instructions. Let's go ahead and assemble this 10-inch pan here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose one of these larger handles. There's 2 that are a little bit larger, the same size, and 1 smaller. That smaller one is gonna go with our little guy, the 8-inch version. So I'll grab one of these, and then basically all we need to do, you can see it has this little rod. There's a washer in between the metal there. And then on this end is a threaded bar that is going to go into the base here of the pan. And as you can see, there's a little threaded area to stick that into. Okay, so all we need to do, is actually feed this directly into the pan. And then I'm gonna take the end and I'm just gonna twist that until things get nice and tight. And that is on there nice and tight, ready to go. Okay, you can see we have everything assembled. I actually really like that feature because although, again, I'm not sure we're gonna be using this in our dishwasher, the instructions say our dishwasher is safe. We can remove the handles so we don't mess up the wood in the dishwasher. All right, so let's give this a cooking test. I'm using the medium-sized pan today, and we're gonna be making just a really, really simple breakfast meal. This is one of my favorites. This is a veggie scramble. Basically, we've got some frozen vegetables from Costco. We've got some free-range eggs, a little bit of Mexican-style cheese. I'm gonna use some sea salt, and then obviously we'll use a little bit of this 100% avocado oil spray. So although these pans are non-stick, I do like to use a little bit of the avocado oil just to help. Okay, I've got my burners. We're using an electric stove onto a medium-high heat. And then I'm just gonna add some of my frozen veggies here, just roughly, a cupful or so. While those are pan frying here, I'm gonna go ahead and crack 3 eggs into a bowl. And then I'll go ahead and scramble these up really good and make sure we have a really nice, thoroughly mixed liquid here to pour into our veggie. Now, as I'm mixing these veggies around, one of the things that I really like is how deep the pan is. You can see it has these nice rounded kind of edges to it, so you can really get around and mix correctly without throwing things out. It almost has kind of a wok experience to it with the way it's designed. Okay, after just a couple minutes, you can see all the heat rising off of the pan. These are now unfrozen, have a nice little pan sear to them. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab my little egg mix here, and I'm just going to dump it in straight on top of those veggies. And then we're actually just gonna let this egg mixture sit here for a minute, let the egg cook just a bit, and then we'll start stirring in and scrambling things up. Okay, we can see the bottom of that egg is really starting to cook. So I'm going to start moving things around because, again, we want kind of a scramble experience and not an omelet experience. Although, as you can see, if we would have just let that egg sit, it would have made a nice little omelet. And this is, again, really nice. You can see the egg really isn't sticking hardly anywhere to this pan. As soon as I touch it with my little wooden spoon here, it just comes straight off. So again, not having food sticking to all sorts of different places is such a huge benefit for cleanup. Now, this really doesn't take too long, again, depending on how cooked you like your eggs. Again, a minute or 2 should be plenty. And then I'm going to add some sea salt here just by sprinkling this around, not too much, just a few little shakes there. And again, we'll mix that up. And finally, we'll take some of our little Mexican cheese blend here. I'm just gonna sprinkle this directly on top, give it just a few seconds to melt down, and voila, we've got our little vegetable egg scramble. That looks delicious, and this pan did absolutely excellent. Honestly, it's cooked better than some of the other pans we have here in the kitchen for sure. So there you go. That is the imarku cast iron skillet set. Again, a great little option. I think there's some really, really cool features that I've really enjoyed using while cooking with this specific set. If you're interested in grabbing one for yourself, you can get it right here on Amazon. We'll put some links in the description box below. Again, if this has been helpful, subscribe because we do a ton of these little DIY tutorial videos, product review videos to make your shopping experience and ultimately your life, hopefully, a little bit easier. We'll see you again on the next one.